You've lived before, and you will live again. Before you were born, your soul made a choice. It chose this life, this body, this exact moment in history. It chose the joys, the struggles, and even the pain. But the moment you took your first breath, you forgot. They made sure of it. Society conditioned you to believe that life starts at birth and ends at death, that everything is random, that you are nothing more than flesh and bone, here by accident. But deep down, you've always known that wasn't true. That feeling you get when you meet someone for the first time, but it feels like you've known them forever. That wasn't chance. That dream you had that felt too real to be just your imagination, that was a memory. The déjà vu, the unexplainable fears, the strong intuition about places you've never been, these are all echoes of something greater. Your soul has walked this path before. From the moment you were born, you were placed into a world designed to make you forget. The walls of a nursery became the first boundaries of your existence. Language was given to you not to expand your mind, but to limit it. You were taught a name, a nationality, a belief system, labels meant to anchor you to an identity that was never truly yours. You were told what was real and what wasn't, what was possible and what was foolish to even question. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. Everything around you is an illusion. The material world, the one you wake up in every morning, is nothing more than a fleeting stage, a temporary projection of energy shaped into form. Yet most people mistake it for the ultimate reality. They attach themselves to it, desperate to accumulate wealth, status, and recognition, believing that these things define them. They chase pleasure, avoid pain, and measure success by how much they own, never realizing that none of it follows them beyond the grave. This illusion is reinforced every single day. You're told that happiness comes from achievement, from external validation, from fitting into a system that only values you when you produce, consume, and obey. You're given a script, a path to follow. Go to school, get a job, buy a house, start a family, retire, and then fade away. The cycle continues, unquestioned, generation after generation, because people have been conditioned to believe that this is all there is, but that's the greatest lie of all. What if I told you that before you were even born, you knew all of this? That your soul, unburdened by a name, a gender, or a body, willingly entered this world knowing it would be trapped in this illusion. It wasn't forced, it agreed. But why? Why would a soul choose to forget itself, to live a life full of struggle and uncertainty? Because Earth is a school and you came here to learn. Life in the physical realm is a test, an experience, designed to shape your soul through hardship, love, loss, and growth. Every challenge you face, every moment of suffering, every lesson repeated is part of something far bigger than you can imagine. But here's the catch. None of it is meant to be permanent. This world is a passing phase, a training ground before you move on. And yet, most people never wake up to this truth. They remain trapped, lost in the illusion, tangled in desires that keep them reincarnating over and over again. The more attached you become to relationships, possessions, status, the harder it is to break free. The system feeds off this attachment, reinforcing the idea that you're just your body, that life is a one-time event, that nothing exists beyond what you can see and touch. But those who know the truth, those who remember, understand that this is only the beginning. Some truths are too deep for YouTube. That's why we created Insights Academy, a free newsletter dedicated to exploring the deepest mysteries of existence. Subscribe now and gain access to exclusive insights on spirituality, consciousness, and the hidden truths of the universe. Sign up today to begin your journey. You've probably felt it before, that quiet whisper in the back of your mind telling you that something about this world doesn't feel right. Maybe you've sensed that time isn't as linear as it seems. Maybe you've had dreams so vivid they felt more real than waking life. Or maybe, just maybe, you've started to remember glimpses of something you were never supposed to recall. That's not your imagination. It's your soul trying to wake you up. Death is not the end. It never was. You have died before. You have left this world, shed your body like an old piece of clothing, and stepped into the unknown. But the moment you crossed over, it all made sense again. The illusions of time, identity, and separation faded, and you remembered what you had forgotten. You were never just this single life. You were never just this name, this story, this fleeting experience. You were something far greater. The moment of death is not darkness, but clarity. Your entire life flashes before you, not as a series of disconnected memories, but as a single tapestry woven together with meaning. But here's the part they don't tell you. You don't just see your past, you feel it. Every action, every thought, every word you ever spoke ripples back to you. If you caused pain, you feel that pain as if it were your own. If you spread love, you become that love. This is the life review, the first step in the transition from this world to the next. For some, this moment is liberating. They see their life with new eyes, understand the lessons they came here to learn, and are ready to move forward. But for others, this moment is terrifying. The weight of regret, the things left unsaid, the attachments still gripping their soul. It all becomes overwhelming, and when a soul is not ready to let go, it lingers. It clings to the familiar, afraid to move on, stuck between two worlds. This is why some spirits remain bound to the physical plane, unable to release themselves from the very illusion they once lived in. But those who do move forward are guided into the next phase of existence. They enter a space beyond time, where the soul is free from the limitations of the body. Some experience this as a tunnel of light, others as a vast, endless horizon. The form it takes doesn't matter. What matters is that this is where the real journey begins. Once the transition is complete, the soul is pulled into a higher state of consciousness. Here, there is no suffering, no fear, no limitation, only understanding. Some souls immediately feel a sense of homecoming, as if they are returning to a place more familiar than Earth ever was. Others take time to adjust, still carrying echoes of their past life with them. But no soul is lost. Every soul is guided, watched over, and led to exactly where they need to be. And then the great question is asked, what's next? For many, the answer is clear. They see the unfinished lessons, the karma still unresolved, the growth that has yet to be achieved, and so they choose to return. They choose another life, another body, another set of experiences, knowing that when they are reborn, they will forget all of this once again. It is a cycle, endless, until the soul awakens and breaks free. But what happens if a soul refuses? What if it does not want to return? What if it resists the pull of reincarnation? This is where the deeper journey begins. Some souls ascend higher, beyond the pull of rebirth, into realms of existence where they no longer need a body. They continue to evolve, moving towards something even greater, something beyond human understanding. But for most, the cycle continues. Life, death, rebirth, again and again, until the lesson is learned, until the illusion is shattered, until the soul finally realizes that it was never truly trapped to begin with. And the question remains, is this your last lifetime? Or are you still bound to the cycle? Not every soul moves forward the same way after death. Some rise effortlessly, shedding the weight of their past lives like a snake shedding its skin. Others struggle, carrying attachments, regrets, and desires that hold them back. The transition is not automatic, and it is not the same for everyone.